Welcome everyone to Stratosphere 93, and hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm Danny. I'll be your commentator for a little bit, but yeah, today we have some quite exciting things going on. Not just here, but also Hummingbird. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Um, our first match we have Plat Nui versus I am Georgie. I think that's how you pronounce it. I am George. All right. It seems like both players are pretty. Seems both players are pretty close. Pretty close in rating. And yeah, similar stats overall. George is a bit. George does lack a bit of PPS. And Platinum is a bit fast, but overall it seems they're both pretty similarly skilled. So we'll see how this goes. We're just waiting for these players to give a signal. Oh. It doesn't seem George is here yet, so while we're waiting, um, yeah, hope everyone's having a good day. It's a bit sunny out here. I mean, I was at my cousin's house and it was very boiling hot over there compared to my house right now. But yeah, hope everyone had a good 4th of July. I don't, I don't know if anyone watches fireworks or celebrates it, but if you don't, then hope you had a good July 4th, I think. I forgot which day it was. I think it was Monday, Tuesday. I think it was Wednesday. But yeah, nevertheless, hope you had a good day on that day. We're still right now. We're just still waiting, but in the meantime, let's just overview the bracket real quick. Um, so we have Plan Nui versus George, which we'll be waiting for. Cheese Whiz versus Gross Chest Plate. This is versus Ice Cream. And Girl with the bye will face the winner of Plan Nui versus George. Yeah, that's the players for today. So should be a short tournament overall. Uh, yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem that George might be coming. We may have to let Plant to move on, but let's hope that they get here. Alright, looks like George is disqualified, and so now we'll get Kurotizo versus Plantui now. Now, one thing's for sure about Kurotizo is that they're really fast of their stacking. They do misdrop quite a bit, but they're able to fix it at times, and so it's gonna be a bit troubling for Platinum to deal with. But Platinum is a bit efficient, that's for sure. So we'll see how Platinum's efficiency will contend to Kurotizos. I need some blessings. You'll be fine. You'll do great. Don't worry. Just bless plans. Do we but gambling for them? True. Here, I'll put like 50 on Plantui. There, that's it. Good luck. Alright, we'll be getting a warm-up. Finally going for PCO. Kurotizos already starting off with a misdrop, trying to do stacking. Finally with a side well, and has back-to-back going, but we'll have to cancel. Kurotizos does have a back-to-back with her own, but misdrops the O piece, and Platinum with the STSD at the top. That's very insane to me. I can never do that, honestly. I always struggle. Yeah, it seems like both players are neutral. Not like Platinum is contending a little bit with Kurotizos a little bit. Or Kurotizos does have some floaters, but I think he might have misdropped or miscalculated the second one. And Platinum a bit at the top, it seems like, but able to find that nice, to do 2 line bars Tetrises. Meanwhile, Kurotizos just going absolutely fast, trying to down stack their way down. And Kurotizos misdrops a lot of pieces. And as I say that, Platinum also does an S misdrop, but does a tuck to try to fix it. But Platinum with the L misdrop, and yeah. Alright, let's warm up. Now we'll see. Now that's the real deal now. Alright, both players said good luck, have fun, so we should be ready in just a bit. Alright. Here we go. Finally starting with 9-0, and Kurotizos right off the bat starts with a bunch of misdrops. Misdrops the L, and it's like nothing ever happened. Just Kurotizos able to fix the misdrops. However, as I said, Kurotizos was misdropping again. Didn't know what to do there. A bit panicky. We'll have to top out. Kurotizos opening up with STPC and misdrops the TST. However, I forgot you could also do that too. I forgot you could do that. And yeah, that's gonna get Plaid newly off guard there. I think I saw misdrops over there. But so yeah. Kurtuzo now on the board. And Kurtuzo just spiking so much. And oh, and yeah, that's a bit rough for Planetary to deal with. Let's see what Planetary could do. And Planetary just able to get out there just fine. However, oh, a bit of an S overstack that will have to block out the next piece coming. She's like, oh, just barely you could get the I in. Meanwhile, Kurtuzo did misdrop, so that will give Planetary some time. But as I say that, Planetary does a misdrop of their own, and what? How even know what that stack was? Just able to find a T-spin from Kuro's side. Kuro opening up with STPC and finally a bit pushed up on the board, but able to get out of there just fine with a clean garbage received. Now Kuro doing 9-0 seems like. Does have to build on the back-to-back. Misdrops the Z, and finally kind of hesitating what to do here, but able to find the STSD. However, does have to waste a T, and oh, I don't know if finally misheld there because I saw an eyepiece, but yeah, unfortunate for Planui. But Louis. Kurtuzo with a 4 wide, but doesn't get to the well. And Tui will misdrop. That will force a top out there. And Kuro with a bit of misdraws and Pantui starting off with the side well. And seems like Kurtuzo now going for LST. However, misdrops a bunch. Will have to bail out. And yeah, able to open up the well again. Finally a bit high up, but using the garbage is able to get down, finding a way down, even with the risky TSD at the top. And let's see what Planet could do here. A bit in trouble, but has a clean well down, and we're able to get out of there. And meanwhile, Kuro a bit high up, it seems like, and does a misdrop. However, that's the line sim was just enough to top out Plantui. Kuro with a 5-point lead. Let's see what Planet could do here. Plantui with a bit of clean to work with. Meanwhile, yeah, Kuro going for some efficiency and just stacking up T-spins with a lot of efficiency. Was able to do just fine there. And finally a bit high up on the board, and yeah, enough garbage from Kuro will top out Plantui. And now increasing the lead up to 6. Um, it's Kuro that topped out. Finally, sent enough pressure to top out Kuro. Um, oh, Kuro with a nice PC find. Doesn't go for the second, unfortunately. But Planetary got sent a lot of clean there. We'll utilize that. Kuro is a bit high up on the board, but able to find a nice well, converting it, and utilizing that to send enough pressure to top out Plantui. Plantui with kind of LST, but a funky one. It seems like. Kuro is a bit high up. We'll have to dig down a little bit. Converts it to a bit back down to the ground now. And Kuro with a bit of misdrops, but fixes that. Platinum a bit pushed up at the top. We'll have to see what to do here. And Platinum with a bit of a misdrop, but it doesn't seem to bother them that much. Well, we're able to get out of there. And Kuro a bit high up on the board, but able to find a nice 13 multiplier to get back down. Platinum does have a nice clean stack to work with. However, Kuro with that speed just able to dig very fast. And Kuro with a bit of L misdrops will have to figure out what to do here. Overall, these players seem pretty neutral right now. And Kuro just finding ways to pressure Planui, but that's gonna top up Tatui cut off guards. Both players starting with pretty decently, pretty neutral. Planui with LST, however, does have to break it. Kuro does have a clean, but it's a bit high up and does block off the well, and Kuro with back-to-back 7 will utilize that to their advantage. And Kuro 1 point away to taking the set. Kuro with a bit of misdrops starting off, but just finds the TSD. That's crazy, and another TSD, and finally in bit in trouble. Has a bit of misdrops, and I think that's gonna be game. Yeah, there's nothing much you could do there. Just Kuro just finding these TSDs, and was Kuro throwing? I didn't know Kuro was throwing, but yeah, GG's to both players. Overall, we just saw a bit of defensive plays and Kuro with a bit of speed, and even with Platinum a bit slow, just finding is efficient to find some ways to counter and contend with a speedy player like Kuro, and that's what we saw. A bit interesting with how unique their playstyles are, and that's what we love to see. Up next, we have Cheese Whiz versus Zeus, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And yeah, we're gonna go straight to warm-up right now. And you like cheese? The cheese was opening up with SDPC, but does misdrop the loop, and overall Zeus with also a bit of misdrops, and yeah, a bit troubling there. Nothing much to do there. Alright, both players take a look, have fun. So we should be getting on soon. Anyways, anyways, Chief was starting off very nice with a nice stack to work with. We have Zeus is finds a PC there. Nice solve, but that will lead to misdrops right after. But it doesn't seem to affect the use too much. She was a bit pushed up to the board, but able to find these T-spins and able to get out just fine. Well, the youth is kind of hesitating what to do here, and yeah, we'll have to build a floater. It seems like Zeus with a bit of a sidewell, along with a down stack. Well, Chief was just a bit stacking. It does have a fractal ready, and we'll try to use that. And we're trying to go for some efficiency to try to pressure the use. However, that back-to-back will have to break, and Cheese just misdrops the eyepiece. That's a lot of pressure to handle, and Zeus will be on the board first. Cheese wasn't able to complete the loop, but does have a nice clean stack to work with. Meanwhile, the user with a bit of trouble and enough garbage to just top him out. There was couldn't get to the eyepiece in time. And yeah. So he's opening up with MS2, it seems like. However, it doesn't have the right cue to finish it off. Well, Cheese was just stacking a little bit to the side, and still continuing on the back-to-back, but we'll have to break though. Meanwhile, the use does have a side well, and that would get Cheese Whiz off guard there, with enough garbage to take out Cheese Whiz, and the use will continue on with the lead. Let's see here. Cheese was going for some efficiency again, and has a back-to-back going. However, the use is just able to cancel it. And a bit high up on the board, and a bit of hesitation at the top. Doesn't get to the eyepiece in time, and Cheese will tie it up again. So he was going for stick spin, and Cheese was going for LST, and it's gonna be a bit troubling for these to deal with. And yeah, it doesn't have the right pieces to get out of there, and Cheese with enough garbage to just able to utilize that to their advantage. And yeah, Cheese was taking the lead for the first time, I think. And Cheese was going for LST again, but that pressure from Zeus will get Cheese Whiz off guard there, having to place the eyepiece, but not fast enough to get to the right pieces. You know, it seems like Cheese Whiz is stacking a little bit, but has some cheese below. We'll see how cheese will have to work with. Right now, you also have some cheese of their own, and we'll try to see what they could do there. And the eyepiece, the Miss Das over there, it seems like. Well, the eyepiece, I don't think there was no way to get out of that. Considering the eyepiece was blocking off. And oh my god, Cheese was continuing to stack, but oh my god, gets greedy there. Cheese was no. That's dangerous, Cheese Whiz. What are you doing? Seems like they're both players pretty neutral. Seems like, and Jayus does have a fractal going, and has a prophecy there, and a bit high up on the board, and yeah, a bit of garbage push up cannot get the other pieces to this side, and that will top out Zeus.
Alright, hello.
Cheese was a bit, I think, was going for LST there, but
Has a
we'll have to
couple
bring
lines
back to that.
of cheese that
And
he's gonna struggle with.
Up to the board, but Zeus with a fucking stack will let Cheese Whiz get out of there.
This is cheese.
Now
board is pretty
Zeus
cheesed
now
out.
has a bit of cheese of their own.
Now,
And now
Jesus does have a very clean, clean well, trying to build a
pressure Zeus as much as they can, and they will do so with back-to-back 7. Cheese Whiz now has a 2-point lead. Yeah,
these was the counter spike.
Yeah, Zeus big cut off guard there, but also some misdrops there, and Cheese Whiz will just utilize that, capitalize off the mistakes.
Was that a misdrop PC by Zeus? He has a really clean board. He's gonna 16 spike. But Zeus with the counter 18, it's gonna kill Cheese Whiz.
Wait, I just realized you just joined. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, welcome.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Right now, the misdrops and
he couldn't spin the JP's in. No overhand. Unfortunate. Another STPC from Zeus trying to get the PC, or goes for floating instead. Jesus is gonna be in a tough position here, trying to downstack. Sadly, does not see in time and gets Dylon. What?
Yeah, it seems like just cutting the lead by 3, I think.
Oh, jeez, Zeus gave up. I don't know. I think he misshot and then just gave up. He didn't think he could fix it in time.
I think he forced misdrop there. Unfortunate.
Okay. DK LST from Cheese Whiz. he has gonna build up a huge back-to-back. Zeus is in some big trouble here if he doesn't find a way to pressure Cheese Whiz into giving up the back-to-back.
It, Zeus push up on the board is a bit greedy at the top, and yeah, nothing much we could do there with the amount of pressure that Cheese withstands. Zeus with a bit of an awkward setup. And Zeus with a bit of cheese below that could dig down.
Cheese Whiz pretty safe, just trying to get some garbage on the board. Zeus barely finds the cancel of the Tetris. Ooh, it's gonna waste the eye there.
And now Zeus is struggling at the top, and that's gonna be game.
GG Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, overall, it seems like Chile had the upper hand in efficiency.
Wait, why is that my profile?
What?
That's not my profile picture.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine.
It's okay, just deal with it. I think.
I'm pretty sure I said it to that for stream.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cheese has the upper hand in efficiency, and I feel like they use would too, but those missteps were very costly, it seems like, for most of the games.
Alright, next up we're gonna have Ice Hat versus High Ice Cream. The TR is pretty, you know, the TR gap is pretty big. You can see 23k, 24.3. Stats wise, the PPS is actually leaning towards ISAT's side, but APM wise, High Ice Cream definitely has an advantage here. Even though this game looks pretty one-sided, who knows, you know?
Yeah, and it does seem like they both play similar PPS. However, versus does matter here. So we'll see how this goes. It's gonna be interesting to watch.
SS has gone third place in Shadow before. That's kind of crazy. Is that a sign of Stratosphere just falling off, or or the SS being crazy?
All right, I believe this is warm up, or yeah.
Oh, Isa, what a greedy setup!
Going for crit.
What the?
Yeah, a bit greedy there. This is gonna force top out.
It stacks a TST on top of an STSD. What the hell? You're gonna need at least 3 Ts for that one to work.
Yeah. That's actually insane though, just going for it. Even against a U-rank player.
I'm gonna be honest, I would have never seen that, so good for him.
Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Arya King Crimson to start off.
Is that King Crimson?
I think so. I think it was.
I thought they King Crimson.
It looked like a triple in a STSD after. Might be wrong though.
No, you're right.
Well,
it's a TST stacked on top of a STSD. Yeah, you're right.
Very cool.
Alright, going into the actual match now.
Alright. Here we go. I
Uh,
think
hi-
I was either going for
oh, BT Cannon?
I forgot the name of the opener. I was
I
thinking
don't know what Ice Cream was doing, but Ice was doing BT Cannon. Pretty rare opener. This guy
yeah,
is interesting
and
openers from Ice Out.
and,
Oh,
and
sadly, it couldn't
yeah,
bounce that
that
fast
missed
enough.
drop there.
Yeah.
I'll have to force top out. Ice cream with the lead to start off. I was that a stick spin? I don't know what ice cream did.
I didn't see. I was looking at Isat's board,
Yeah,
but Isat is having a little bit of trouble there, getting some cancel material to go down.
yeah, but I was able to open up with a nice clean well. So not too troubling right now. However, ice cream is a bit pushed up to the top. It does have a bit of cheese to work with, but yeah, it's a
Oh,
bit of trouble.
can he bounce like this?
I,
Oh, that's a
I
he
think
managed to skim it down enough, but
yeah,
is he gonna get to the Tetris? He is. Nice cancel.
nice. Uh, yeah, and
Amazing find.
able to bounce like just nicely.
Now
And
Isat's in
meanwhile,
trouble,
yeah,
having a
ice
lot
cream now
of
has a lot of cheese to work with, and grades for the
yeah.
TSD. We'll have to force top out. There was no T spin coming.
Alright. Isat just trying to 9-0, I guess. Nothing too complicated. Now, Ice Cream is now at the bottom. Probably gonna try to build a back to back. Oh, as I say that, immediately breaks it.
But the IEP's misrep from ice cream, I think, got to break something that was going on. And meanwhile, Isaac does have a lot of cheese to work with, but just figures out just fine.
Isat is trying to find the T-spin. He does. Combos. Oh, misdrops the eyepiece.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a wait. I can't tell if that's a really greedy setup or if he just misdropped.
I think that was probably a misdrop,
I
and that will
see.
be costly for them. As ice cream just capitalizes off the mistake. And Isaac going for BT can again.
Sadly, cannot find the PC. Isat is getting some garbage on the board. Ice Cream counters with a 11 spike.
Yeah, and now Isaac a bit pushed up at the top. We'll have to try to figure their way down.
Oh, mishold from Isat, and he's sadly gonna pop out.
Yeah, it did look like there was some hesitation at the top though, from Isaac's side.
Yeah, I think it killed him.
Yeah,
The nerves,
unfortunately.
yeah, understandable, understandable.
Yeah, yeah, especially in like with the amount of pressure from ice cream, need to need to like think.
Oh, misspin from High Ice Cream. Okay, Trinity from Isaac? Wait, that was a Trinity. I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, and it seems like ice cream now has a clean stack, but also the Isaac, but misdrops the eye. No. That was unfortunate misdrop.
Oh, Ice Cream is gonna have to waste a T, delaying his C-spin a little.
Overall, seemingly both players are pretty neutral. Um, Ice does have. Oh, I was just gonna say they have a well, but it kind of got ruined.
Oh!
And
Ice cream with the
and
insane misshot.
yeah, and
Oh,
and Ice Cream is gonna hesitate a bit there, caught off guard, and
he
that will
can't get
give
out of
Isaac
it.
the first point. Now on the board.
Alright, quad PC from high ice cream. Is that gonna actually instantly kill Isaac?
Yeah,
It is.
it seems like it because they had another loop ready. He caught off guard from Isaac's side.
SDPC is really powerful when you can consistently get the PC off.
Yeah, for sure. And with speed too, like that's also the key component to like a full SDPC loop.
Yeah, but you need the speed to do SDPC, otherwise you'll just get sent garbage, right?
Yeah, for sure. And oh, Isaac was greeting for the STSD.
High ice cream had the combo, had the multiplier on the quad there.
Yeah,
Sadly, did not manage to pull it off in time.
yeah, unfortunate. And and Ash with the color clear doesn't get the full PC, unfortunately.
Whiskey don't know, but Mesh drops it.
Uh, oh,
Oh,
Isaac
hi.
misdropped the key.
Fixed it pretty quickly.
No, Isaac's just skimming now. It's pushed up a bit to the top, but it's not enough to kill.
I thought I was trying to down stack right now. Going. Ooh, a little
Well,
greedy,
Isaac,
don't know.
Isaac able to get out of there, and it misdrops the Z. I think he was trying to go for a Kaidan, I believe. I don't know. And misdrops the O2. That's gonna be troubling for Isaac. We'll have to figure out a way through this, and yeah, Ice Cream just sending off garbage to take out Isaac, capitalizing off with a mistake.
Ooh, high ice cream trying to go for the loop. He gets the loop off. He's looping stick spin. Oh,
I thought I thought he was gonna do a DPC.
he's looping stick spin, guys. He's looping stick spin. Okay, well.
Can you actually loop with stick
Yes, you
spin?
can loop stick spin. And it's
Okay.
100%. Or close to 100.
Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, Ice doesn't complete the SDPC, but right now, Ice is just digging their way down, trying to fix up their stack a little bit. Um, Overall, these players seem pretty neutral for now.
Ice cream has some pretty good amount of garbage. Yeah, he's gonna send to Isaac right now. Isaac is gonna get to the Tetris multiplier Tetris. Ice cream is pretty unfazed by this, however.
Um, Isaac with a bit of cheese, but meanwhile, Ice does also trying to dig, but Isaac also has a Z misdrop, and yeah, with the amount with that stack and the amount of garbage you have, and the misdrop, it's a bit troubling to deal with.
Nice PC from Ice Cream.
Yeah, and that's going to instantly top out, and Ice Cream takes the set.
It was a pretty definitive match, if you ask me.
Yeah, yeah. It seemed like Ice Cream kind of kind of was stacking, but there were times where they had to cancel a bit. Meanwhile, the misdrops on ice are had cost them the game a lot, but they played their best this season, so that's what we
Yeah.
like to see.
Well, next up, we're gonna have Planty
I
versus
think
Ice Cream.
I think it's Plantoy.
Plantoy.
Yeah, but I think I've been mispronouncing their name throughout the stream. So don't worry.
Okay, wait. What am I saying? Am I saying Plantoy or Planty? Or
Just
Plant?
I think just say Plant. Oh yeah, Planty.
Okay,
I
I'll just
thought it
say
was
Plantoy for
Plantoy.
now. What?
Uh,
What did you...
Plant. He said Planty.
It's Planty? Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah. So I was wrong then. I was mispronouncing
Why
their
is the
name.
U there? It's a silent U? Why? Alright.
All right, let's move
MS2
on.
from Planty.
Yeah. Oh, misdrops the J, and there was a bit of lag there. Seemed like
Wait,
a bit
and
of
High
a
Scream
lag.
is gonna
Like,
take it.
yeah.
You know, it's really tough because in these ranks, like in this rank range, if you mess up your opener against somebody who does a kill opener, it's just instant death. Like, misdropping against SDPC loop is just so horrifying.
Yeah, and then you may never know if the other opponent it has something prepared to counter, and they'll just and the STPC or will just get off guard.
Yeah, but like if you're like somebody going against SDPC and you just misdrop it, you're like, okay guys, I'm ready for the 30 lines and death. Haha.
Yeah, especially with the clean garbage you get from that. Yeah, here it is again. Like I saw, I did it earlier, but they set up big spin in a weird way.
In
I
a
wonder
weird
if
way, what do you mean?
I don't know, but it just seemed like they went for the TSS. They did something else.
Oh, it's probably stick skim then. It's when you don't have early O and you still want to do stick spin.
Oh, all right, stick spin. I'll I'll take note of that.
Stick skim, yeah.
All right. It seems like ice cream going for LSD does have to break it. Oh, but plan T
Plan
with
What a miss from Planty. He's gonna in time and he does.
yeah, and just blessed with nice garbage to use the TSD and Tetris. Oh, but the teeth misdrop from ice cream, but able to find a setup just to able to get out of there. What a nice prophecy. Uh, Seems like both plays are alright for now. However, ice cream does have a bit of cheese to work with. Ice cream has a bit, it seems like. Meanwhile, Planty is having a back-to-back ready and back-to-back 8 right now. Let's see what Ice Cream could do there. Ice Cream needs a counterattack and misstops the S and Planty with a 2-point lead. Seems like Planty is stacking a little bit. Has been Ice Cream is skimming, but able to get out there just fine. Meanwhile, Planty does have back-to-back 8 going. So let's see what Ice Cream could do here. It just keeps on going the back-to-back, but has to break now. And now Ice Cream does have a clean stack of their own. And Ice Cream does misdrop the S. Over now, out the old misdrop. And right now, Ice Cream is a bit pushed up. Ice Cream needs to get out of there somehow. And yeah, there's nothing much you can do there with the pieces they have. Alright, so Tony seems to be out for a bit, so it's just me for now. Planty was seemingly going for LSP, however, he does have to bail. Now, the essence of an Ice Cream blocking off the well will have, and Planty will take a 4-point lead. Ice Cream has a triple right there. I think was going for stick spin. Yeah, has some back-to-back going on, and Ice Cream doesn't have the right pieces to get out of it. 5-point lead. Ice Cream will need to get on the board soon if they can. I think Planty was going for TSS there. It seemed like they were greeting a bit, but pushed up to the top and will get out of there just fine. Meanwhile, Ice Cream does have some clean below the board, and followed by a bit of cheese, but seems like they're neutral now. And while Planty does have back-to-back 4 going, trying to pressure Ice Cream as if they can. Planty does misdrop. Does the thing will have to break back-to-back, and right now Ice Cream does have a clean stack of their own, but a bit skimming. It seems like soft dropping pieces, and Planty with another back-to-back going again, but does have to break it. And Planty sent a bit of garbage, and Ice Cream did have a Tetris going, but misdrops a piece there. We'll have to cancel. And overall, right now Ice Cream's a bit pushed pushed up to the board. Oh, it. Oh, I don't think that was the right placement to use there. Still no point for ice cream yet. We'll have to figure out a strategy to maybe get on the board, probably. Or meanwhile, Planty does have the upper hand with this. Overall, both players are neutral. I mean, not much going on. However, Ice Cream is continuing to miss up a little bit, and it also hesitating. It seems like that's gonna be troubling. And misdrops the L there, and yeah, nothing much you could do there, and that will give Plenty another point. Well, Ice Cream going for skim spin, I think. Is that what Tony mentioned? Meanwhile, Plenty does misdrop some pieces, but able to get out there fine, and able to convert that to a nice 9-0 well. Meanwhile, Ice Cream is a bit pushed up to the board, and we'll have to, and opens up the well. Overall, Ice Cream with a nice clean, and Plenty going for some efficiency, but still keeps the back-to-back going, and so it's so greedy, but that's enough to just top out Ice Cream. We might perhaps see a sweep for the first time in this tournament, but we'll see what Ice Cream could do here. Seems like both players are neutral. And Planty misdrops the O, trying to get it to the other side, and now Ice Cream finally on the board. No sweep. I think it's because of commentators curse, guys. It seems like Planty high up on the board, but not too troubling for now. Meanwhile, Ice Cream does have a bit of cheese, but cleans it up just fine. Meanwhile, Planty does have cheese of their own, and Ice Cream just finding to skim, finding a way to get back down, but oh, some awkward placements there. Don't think there was not much you could do there. I think there was no escape, so yeah, Planty will take the point again. See what Ice Cream could do here. Oh, but the Planty caught off guard there, and that will give Ice Cream a point again. Ending with a bit of an awkward side stack. Meanwhile, Ice Cream a bit hesitant at the top. But yeah, Ice Cream able to get out there just fine. Able to downstack their way back down. Meanwhile, Planty does have an eyepiece misdrop. And Ice Cream a bit pushed up to the board again. And right now, Plenty trying to go for some efficiency if they can. And yeah, just greeting for these T-spins, but misdrops the second one. And and Ice Cream, let's see what Ice Cream could do here. And oh, Plenty just very high up on the board, but able to get out there, sneaking their way back down. However, pushed back up again. Meanwhile, uh, Ice Cream just doing everything in their power they can to just pressure Planty. Planty does misdrop, but Ice Cream is just hesitating a lot. That will give Planty some time to get back down. So far both players seem neutral. Planty is a bit up at the top. Ice Cream has some cheese below, but it isn't too troublesome right now. However, the pressure from Ice Cream will give some trouble to Planty, and Planty double misdrops the I and the J, and yeah, another point for Ice Cream. He capitalizes off the mistakes there. Good plays. Seemed like Ice Cream with a bit of holes on their side, and misdrops the S, and that blocks off the hole right there. There's no way to bounce back there. And now Planty 1 point away. We're on match point. Let's see what Ice Cream could do here. Misdrops the skin spin, seems like. Meanwhile, Planty going for LST, and I think that should be enough to kill, yeah. Like Planty winning the set. Unfortunately for Ice Cream to end off though, but they played their best. But Planty just finding these down stacks, he's skimming, and overall consistent throughout the tournament so far. Just finding the efficient setups to just counteract. Yeah, Ice Cream also playing their best, but there were some costly misdrops from their side, but and also a bit of hesitation, it seems like, which is a bit overwhelming to deal with, but it is what it is. Alright, up next we have Kuro versus Cheese Whiz. And I think this should be a good game. Kuro with that speed, meanwhile Cheese with the efficiency is so this should be a good interesting how this goes. Speed versus efficiency basically. So this should be fun to watch. Alright, we're just waiting the warm up to start. We'll get a warm up in a bit. All right, here we go. Um, anyway, starting off with the side stack. Crow going very fast and too fast actually. Oh my god! But Chase was able to contend just fine, and Crow a bit high up on the board and able to stuck the eyepiece right there to get out. Oh, Cheese with the eyepiece misdrop, and that's going to cost the game. All right, so we can see what these players are capable of. Cheese with some timing and efficiency, and Kura with just basically speed, like very fast Westo type speed. Um, Cheese with a bit of cheese below, but able to dig through that fine. Meanwhile, Kuro a bit having trouble at the top, just making awkward placements, but it's able to figure it out just fine. Cheese does have a bit of cheese on their board right now, but Kuro with a bit of awkward placements that will eventually overstack the board. Cheese will take the lead, take the first point. Um, Cheese, Cheese with the Omish drop, and yeah, that's gonna give Kuro the point there. Cheese with a nice up stack. Yeah, Kuro with also an up stack too, but does have to cancel the back to back. Oh, but Kuro misdrops the T. I don't think that wasn't intended. And T Swift will take the lead again. Um, yeah, a bit of awkward placement from Kuro's side will give Cheese Whiz a 2 point lead. Meanwhile, Cheese Whiz is utilizing off of those mistakes very well. And yeah, Kuro with a misdrop again. And yeah, giving Cheese Whiz the lead.
I am back. Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Cool.
Alright, nice.
Let's see. Yes. We can see Cheese will start with a TKI. Kuroto. Nice multiply 18 spy from Kuroto.
But
Cheese Whiz is
Kuro does disrupt
pretty.
the L.
Kuroto's gonna combo down stack, giving Cheese was gonna combo down stack, giving Kuroto a lot of cheese, which is gonna cause Kuroto to top out.
Yeah.
A 6-3 lead. Cheese was
This was with a nice fractal there. And meanwhile Kuro does misdrop, unfortunately. Very badly. She was a bit high up at the board, but does misdrop the Z, and Crow had like a setup ready, a back to back. That was gonna give Cheese with some trouble there.
Cheese was with another LST. Kuroto is misdropped their opener.
But able to find a nice clean down stack from Cheese with side. Oh, but Cheese was pushed up a little bit too high. But
Barely finds the down stack.
yep. Meanwhile, Crow trying to pressure as much as they can. But cannot find the right stack to back to back. Oh, but misdrop.
Oh!
Oh
Huge
no.
misdrop by Kuroto.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to bother them that much. Able to quickly fix that.
Very surprising. It looked way worse than it actually was.
Yeah.
Both of them pretty safe, not much danger. Kuroto is has some lines of cheese. Nice 14 spike from Kuroto. He's gonna build up back to back. Look at that, and he's gonna top Cheese was out 7-5.
Yeah, with that speed, you would have to be very careful with what you decide. They could just have a back to back going, but also having a lot of speed, which is gonna be a bit overwhelming. I think Cheese was going for another TST, but Crow finds a nice down stack.
Oh, Cheese was does misdrop. Finds the down stack, or finds the fix pretty quickly.
Yeah, and overall, Crow finding their way down very quickly. Just finding these skims. And meanwhile,
Fractal by Kuroto.
Yeah, does misdrop the L, but turns it into a T spin. But misdrops the L again. Yeah, Cheese was going for a. Oh.
Huge misdrop by Cheese was washing machine.
Well, let's
Is that a
go.
down stack?
Wait. Oh,
No.
that's not enough. Cheese was going for a TSD, but unfortunately the I piece misdrop. But we get a washing machine out of it, so I think it's a win-win.
Oh, Cheese was gonna misdrop as DPC.
And Cheese was a bit high up, but finds a clean to utilize to get back down.
Building up back-to-back here.
Yeah,
19 spike.
yep, and that's enough to top out Kuro. Oh, I think Kuro had a back-to-back going, and Cheese was caught off guard. Well, we see a tiebreaker for the first time.
It's pretty close, so it could be. It could happen.
Yeah, for sure. Cheese was tempting a bit of cheese over, but it doesn't affect Kuro. Meanwhile, Kuro does have a back-to-back going, but breaks it. Meanwhile, cheese. Both are pretty neutral actually, but Kuro just trying to find a way to start a back-to-back going. It does have a power stack of some sort, but not enough. Meanwhile, cheese has enough stack, but misdrops the T. I think was trying to go for a T spin, but it doesn't turn out right. And the O misdrop.
Oh, it's gonna be it, I think. Yeah.
And tying it up. Yeah, Cheese was with a back-to-back going in, and Crow with a bunch of misdrops. That will give Cheese Whiz the win for this round. Cheese Whiz going for LST. Both players are going for LST actually, but Cheese Whiz does have to break. And Crow with a bit of an awkward one, but now just using the speed to just try to pressure Cheese Whiz. But Cheese Whiz is able to get out of there just fine. Able to counter. And Cheese Whiz misstops the O and tying it up again.
Kuotso is he's caught up 9-9. Cheese Whiz is in a little bit of an awkward board, I would say. Does manage to go all the way down.
Okay. Yeah, but meanwhile Kuro does have a stack working and trying to use that for a back-to-back, but does have to break a little bit. Or just using the speed to pressure Cheese Whiz.
Cheese Whiz is gonna miss up the T-spin.
Yeah, was that a misdrop or was Cheese Whiz going for the TSS?
No, that was definitely a misdrop of this T-spin.
Yeah.
He placed an eyepiece where the T should be, so I'm not guessing he was going for something else.
Yeah. Unfortunate. However, a big spike from Kuro.
Doesn't Cheese Whiz defenses pretty well.
Yeah. Does get a lot of clean to be
But
able
also
to
a lot of
convert,
cheese. Kuro takes it, GG.
Yeah. Overall, good game from both players. Yeah, with the speed advantage from Kuro, it's a bit troubling if they have a back-to-back going. But Chaser is able to defend themselves just fine. However, there were some costly misdrops that could happen, so better be prepared. I think that'll be it for me. I'm gonna get off commentary now.
Alright.
Thank you. Thanks for coming with me.
Thank you too. Thank you too. It
Yeah,
was
good luck.
fun.
Yeah, definitely. Hope to commentate more. All right. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Alright, next up, we're gonna have Planty versus Zeus. Planty starting off with an MS2, while Zeus is doing SDPC. Sadly, won't get the PC there. Planty is trying to counter 4, gets it, but has to waste die. Oh, what an eye misdrop from Planty. Sadly, doesn't get to the eye in time, and Zeus is gonna top him out. That's gonna be a warm up for Zeus. Alright, looking at these stats, Planty is a little bit lower in TR, but their stats are also pretty substantially different. Zeus has advantage in both APM and PPS, being 0.4 PPS faster and also 30 APM, just having 30 more APM, I guess. Overall, this match will still be exciting to watch, of course, but it will be quite an upset if Planty wins this, which would also be very exciting to watch. Alright, we should be going into in the actual game in a second. For now, we are gonna have to wait wait for a little bit. It should not take that long. Alright, we're gonna start right now. Okay. Planty is gonna start with a 9-0 while Zeus is doing... Was that an attempt at mirrored MS2? Planty not really in any danger, just trying to send something at Zeus. Zeus has a quite nice back-to-back chain going. JK, he breaks it right as I say to get a multiplier spike. Planty is gonna try to get to their well after they get that floating. Oh, and Zeus misdrops the T. He's gonna be in big trouble and misdrops the T again. That's gonna kill him. Alright. Zeus with a pretty nice combo down stack. Won't do a lot, but does send some garbage. Planty misdrops the IP is gonna cover that garbage hole. Another misdrop from Planty. It's gonna cause them a little bit of trouble. Fix it quite quickly. Now Zeus is gonna try to build up a little bit of back-to-back to get some pressure on Planty. Planty is in pretty dangerous position here. Oh, Zeus misdrops the T spin, causing them to break back-to-back. Planty just trying to get down. Zeus sending over some cheese, that's gonna be quite annoying. Both players seem to be Oh wait, Planty, sorry, Zeus is all the way at the top right now, trying to get down, has an insanely clean well. Oh, mishap some pieces, has to break back to back, does count to 4 there, gets a T-spin off the count to 4. Planty all the way at the bottom, trying to pressure Zeus enough for them to die, but gets sent all the way at the top. And sadly, he's gonna top out. Zeus sends enough pressure, 1-1. And Zeus has a really clean well, managed to send over a 20 spike. Planty's trying to get to the garbage well. Af does seem to get down. Both of them not having too much to send right now, trying to build something up. Planty accesses their garbage and sends over a little, but Zeus just responds with more cheese. Starting to build up the pressure from both players here. And Planty's not gonna find the down stack there, and Zeus is gonna take it to the 1. Zeus is gonna get some luck with the garbage well there. Really clean, and Planty has misshot a lot. Wait, I just realized. Oh my god. Yeah, that he gets punished for all those misdrops, and he's gonna top out from that. Ooh, Zeus misdrops the SDPC, I'm guessing? Or stick spin, could be both. Now Zeus all the way at the top trying to still greed for back-to-back. That's gonna cause him to get pressured a lot. 12 counter spike sent over to Planty, and Zeus is gonna take the round. Never punished. Alright, SDPC from Zeus. Does get the PC off, is gonna try to go for a PCO continuation. He finds it. After that, I guess TKI LST. But Planty does not seem to be bothered too much by all this pressure. He got down pretty fast, and now Zeus is the one in trouble at the top of his board. Has some clean, sends back at Planty. Ooh, Planty is gonna have to get pressured into doing that TSS and tops out from Zeus's pressure. 5-1. Big spin by Zeus. And Planty is just sticking with 9-0 for now. Wait, what happened to Zeus's stick spin? I mean, he fixed it, right? So I guess it worked. Great great sent by Zeus there. Ooh, Planty misdrops the TN is gonna kill him. Oh my god. Unfortunate misdrop. My Planty is gonna do TK LST. Zeus also doing LST, but mirrored. He's slowly building up the back-to-back. Planty is not... Ooh, cannot deal with that 12 spike, and sadly tops out. Alright, another SDPC coming from Zeus. He's gonna misdrop it sadly. Nice 10 spike. Planty has some lines of cheese, which will be a little annoying to deal with. But he does manage to break through. Ooh. Can't find the down stack, and Zeus takes another point 8 to 1, expanding his lead. PTO from Zeus. Does not get the PC. Zeus trying to build up his back-to-back chain. Is gonna have to break it though. Plan's in a pretty bad position. Has some lines of cheese, trying to make some clean. Nice 16 spike from Planty. He's gonna send Zeus all the way to the top. Zeus is he is trying to find some pressure, but Planty isn't letting him. Sending a lot of pressure of his own and tops him out. Planty takes his second point, 2 to 8. Now, both players not having too much of a flashy opener, but that's completely fine as Zeus built up more back-to-back. Look at that, 8 back-to-back's gonna kill Plant after he misjumps a little bit. Planty is gonna have a pretty clean stack, but the well is looking cheesed up. A 16 spike from Zeus is gonna send Planty all the way to the top. This could be very dangerous for Planty. Nice! 16 spike from Planty. Zeus is gonna have some trouble with that, but he manages to downstack that pretty well. Zeus with a 13 spike. Sends Plant. Plant is all the way at the top of his board. Tries to cancel, he does manage to find it, and Zeus doesn't have too much more to send. It looks like Planty's gonna be safe for now. Both players are looking pretty clean, pretty safe. Oh, Zeus manages to cancel out the spikes coming from Planty and downstacks all of it. But will that be enough? It will. Nice. T-spin fine by Zeus. Look at that, 12 spikes can top out Planty. 10 to 2, match point for Zeus. C-spin from Zeus there. He is going to try to pressure more and more. A fractal. Oh, another fractal. Very greedy. Has to waste eye and break back to back to get down from all that greed. Look at miss shot. A Z miss shot from Planty is gonna cost him a lot of trouble, and he is going to die from that. GG. Zeus takes the game. Right, pretty interesting game. Even though the what's it called? The scoreboard didn't look like it. It was actually very exciting to watch. You know, it was. It could have honestly gone either way. Well played by both players. You know, finding all those spikes down stacks. But we do have our next matchup soon, which will be Zeus versus Cheesewiz, I'm guessing. If I'm right. Yeah, okay, Zeus versus Cheesewiz. This time the stats are still very different, with Cheesewiz having the lead this time, 38 PM and 0.3 PPS. This should still be a very exciting match to watch, you know? Like, even though the stats don't seem like it, it always could, you know, turn the other way around. Stats don't mean everything. He's just going for a TKLST. What insane speed by Cheese with 4 PPS is gonna take the first point. Both players going for TKI, but Cheese was moving into LST while Zeus is choosing to freestyle though. Zeus is, Cheese was gonna have to break back to back there. Stops LST. Cancels the garbage from Zeus. Oh, Zeus misdropping the T-spin. That's barely manages to find the down stack. Enough to cancel Cheese Whiz. Oh, it's not safe yet though. He manages to find it out. He's safe. Amazing down stack by Zeus. Now, Cheese Whiz is in a pretty safe position. Zeus has some misdrops he has to work through. But Cheese Whiz, TSS, very greedy at the top. Nice combo multiplier. Cheese Whiz with a 21 spike is gonna top out Zeus. Oh, Zeus has a little trouble there with misdrops, but manages to get down very fast. Oh, what an L misdrop by Zeus. It's not gonna find the down stack and popping out. Alright, another TKI LST from Cheese Whiz. Pretty clean with it. Managed to get 6 back to back. Does have to break it though. Misdrops the L piece. That could be very dangerous and it will top him out. Zeus is on the board 1 to 3. Cheese was going for a fractal at the start. Nice 13 counter spike. It won't do too much though, except for Cheese. Oh, what a okay. Zeus misshops the T-spin, it's gonna instantly cause him to top out. How unfortunate. MKO by Jesus. Zeus just fractal does not get the right dono. Tough opener, and Zeus is gonna top out. TKI and then misshopped SDPC, I'm guessing. Oh, these misshops are just so rough for Zeus at the top of his board. Jesus is just punishing these misshops so hard. The eye misshot from Zeus is gonna cause him a lot of trouble, but he does manage to find another eye piece in time. Jesus is gonna have enough pressure to top him out anyways, though. Zeus manages to open his garbage well immediately. 19 spike. Jesus is really clean though. Nice 10 from Jesus. He's gonna send over to Zeus. Jesus doesn't have too much pressure, but he's trying to build something right now. Just sending over a lot of cheese, honestly. This could be interesting. Zeus canceling most of the cheese. Misshops the LPs out at top. These misshops are just so rough. It has to break back to back. But Cheesewiz does still get topped out, and Zeus takes another point, 2-7. Cheesewiz is just accessing their garbage very quickly after they get sent, and it's gonna counter spike of 16. It's just gonna instantly kill Zeus. 8-2. Cheesewiz expands his lead. Now another TKI LST from Cheesewiz there. He's gonna find some nice pressure from that. Zeus does have a lot of clean to work with because of it though. Ooh, he's gonna make an eye dependency, 2 of them, and then he's gonna that's gonna just cause him to top out. Unfortunate misdrop. 2-9. Jesus is expanding his lead even more. Look at that. Jesus is having a little trouble there. Ooh, Zeus is finding so much clean to send over. It's crazy. 8s back to back. This could work very well in Zeus's favor, but misshops the Z piece and sadly could not find the down stack. Jesus takes his 10th point, making it match point. Oh no! Double misdrop from actually quadruple misdrop from Zeus is gonna cause him to top out. Jesus takes the game. GG. Good game from both players there. Well done. We should be moving on to our next game now, pretty quickly. Um, Next game will be Kuro versus Jesus. Uh, we will be seeing a warm up this time. Starting now. Jesus takes that warm up pretty fast. And we will be starting. Another TKI LST from Cheesebiz. Good, so not doing much of an opener. He's gonna just freestyle counter Cheesebiz. Okay, nice at 12 spike by Cheese. Oh, Kuroto misdropping the LPs. That's gonna cause him to top out. Oh, Kuroto misdropping the opener. Cheese is gonna pressure them a lot. Breaks back to back though. Has so much clean to work with. Continues the TKI LST over at the other side. And sorry, the LST. And Kuro tops out. Both of them now doing LST. Kuro's doing it really fast. Oh my god, what is that speed from Kuro? Do we have the second coming of Vestal here? Oh my god. What is that blazing speed? Where did that come from? 4.5 PPS. Insane. It's counter spike by Cheesevis is gonna top him out. But what is that speed, Kuro? Where did that come from? Dude, what is this? 5 PPS LSD? Hello? He's gonna... Dude, what is this? I swear he wasn't playing like this before. Oh my, oh my. Jesus is having a little trouble with all of his garbage. Misdrops the TPs. And stops out. What is that? Has he been playing like this all this time? I swear he hasn't. What? Ooh, lucky garbage roll by Cheesewiz is gonna counter spike with 18, but 25 from Kuro at 5 PPS. What is this? Both of them doing basically the same thing. Start to get LST. Pretty natural. Cheesewiz is very building up the back-to-back very quickly. He has a nice clean garbage roll that he can work with here. Waste T. No, it's gonna drop the back to back to get the counter spike and fortitude. Okay, wait. Kuroto going for both of them going for SDPC, but different souls. Very interesting. All of these misshops from Cheesewiz are so tough. You couldn't get to the garbage well to place the eyepiece, and he's gonna die. Kuroto is catching up fortitude. Oh, nice solve by Cheesewiz. Another. It goes into PCO, but did not get the PCO solved. Will still be enough to kill Kuro though. Cheesewiz is okay. Kuro is what's it called? A big spike, but Cheesewiz managed to cancel most of it. Kuro is going really fast and just trying to speed that Cheesewiz. Cheesewiz is keeping up though, barely, and but Kuro still takes the round 5-2. Cheesewiz 9 back to back. Breaks it though. Gets a 10 spike to kill Kuro. SDPC spin from Kuro. And Cheesewiz is just trying to find some pressure. Kuro has a couple misshops which broke his pressure, but he seems to be fine. Misshopping the OPs. Nice 19 spike by him. Cheesewiz could not find enough cancel material and it's gonna top out. Cheesewiz going for SDPC while Kuro settled for SDPC spin. Cancelled each other out. Ooh, floating by Cheesewiz is gonna break the back-to-back to access his garbage well. Misdrops the SPs. This is really bad, but fixes it. Is it enough to downside? Oh, 1 piece short, but Kuro takes it 6-6. Kuro officially caught up to Cheesewiz. Right, nice PCO solved by Cheesewiz and go for Lime DPC. Yeesh. Kuro is going 4 PPS. What is this? 4.3. What is this mayhem? Oh my god, this is crazy. Mishops the Z piece and it's gonna top out the 7-6. Cheesewiz manages to take the lead again. Is that racist from Cheesewiz? What? I haven't seen that one in a hot minute. And gets a color clear as well. Oh, okay, good down stack by Cheesewiz. Building up back to back slowly cancels it immediately when I say that. Kuro double misstop. Finds a pretty okay fix for it really fast. Nice. Okay. Kuro is just trying to build a back-to-back here. Jesus accesses his garbage well, making him go all the way down. And another 15 spike by Kuro. Jesus all the way down, gets sent up by Kuro. Double misdrops the J and LP IPs, gonna cause him to get killed. 7-7. This is a very close game. Both of them starting strong with TKI LST. Kuro does a little longer than Cheese was building up more back to back. Nice fractal. Breaks back to back there, sadly. Kuro is now a little in a dangerous position. Nice cancel. Cheese is going crazy. Insane pressure. But Kuro doesn't also has insane pressure there. Manages to send Cheese all the way at the top. Cheese now in trouble. Manages to find the cancel. Cheese doesn't have too much to send right now, or cancel with even. He does seem to be able to get all the way down, sending Kurota all the way to the top now. This is very ping pong. This game is very like a ping pong game. Kurota having a couple mesh drops to work through. Both of them not having too much. Trying to get something on the other person's board. Nice 13 spike by Cheese Whiz. Kuro is completely fine though, has an insanely clean garbage well. Both of them are really clean right now. Kuro, Cheese Whiz, a couple misdrops that he won't be able to get to in time, and Kuro takes it 8-7. Kuro takes the lead. Another LST from Cheese Kuro is just trying to counter Cheese and that misshot from Cheese is gonna do it. He's gonna top out. Kuro takes another point, 9-7. You know, I kind of like zoned out for 2 seconds and the round is already over. What happened? And now, okay. SDPC spin versus TKI LST. This pressure from Cheese is just so much, and Kuro can't handle it. 10-8. Kuro still has match points, but Cheese is closing in fast. Both SDPCing right now. Cheese was going for the PC solve. Goes for second. Gets the quad PC barely. Another one. Kuro is trying to stand, and he actually is all the way down even after those 3 PCs. Cheese is pretty safe. Kuro sends a 10 spike is gonna give Cheese some lines to work with. 18 counter spike by Kuro. I mean, sorry, by Cheese Whiz. Kuro is in a lot of trouble here. Oh, misdrops the eyepiece. That could have been very deadly, but both of them are pretty low. Kuro got sent up a little bit, but it's pretty, unless he misdrops, he should be fine here. Yeah. Ooh, no, greedy M cross by Kuro is gonna lead to him opening garbage well. Nice count to 4 by Kuro. It's gonna break back to back. Cheeseburger has so much clean right now. Access is gets to the clean. Oh, misdrops, misspins, and I think that's gonna be game. Just kidding. What? Insane downstack by Cheeseburger. Never punished. Never punished. "13 spike by Kuro. Oh, Jesus managed to take that after that insane downstack. 9 to 10. Still match point for Kuro. Oh. Kuroso just finding all these T-spins at the bottom of that board. Breaks the back-to-back that they had going. Jesus mishops the Z-piece, but fixes it really fast. Kuro does the ice spin for a cancel there. He's safe. Now Kuroso has so much clean. That's really greedy though. He's gonna have a little trouble, but he's managed to get down. Nice count to 4 prophecy by Kuro. Is he gonna go for another count to 4? He is. Is that gonna top out? No, it's not. Cheeseburger finds the Tetris in time. It's gonna be able to downstack all of it. Nice 18 spike. Oh, well, Kuroso has unfortunate pieces and he's gonna top out. 10 to 10. This is gonna be tiebreaker. Oh, you Cheeseburger with the immediate 10 spike. That just takes it? It just takes it. What? Bracket reset, guys. Bracket reset. Insane
Hey,
RNG
bracket
from
reset.
insane.
But Looks like the match is gonna begin. Oh, what's up? What's up? That's I'm like, hello.
My Cheese was gonna get 2 PCs going for another one. Well, Kuro manages to send enough for him to not be able to get it.
Welcome to indeed with trying to go for it, to go for a donation. I know, fortunate. The players are continuing their attack. Pivot is going. Pivot is going for 6-2 or 3-6. It's nerd. I got like 8 right here, but she's just having tools necessary to defend. But that indeed could be a problem. No, might be donuts. Oh, another one. Pivot has broken back to back. Taking some floating TSS.
STSD from Cheeseburger at the left side. It's gonna make him.
Oh, almost. Some other hummus from cheese with sending cheese. Nice. Every match.
7 back-to-back from Cheeseburger. 8.
Gone.
He's gonna break it though because Kuro sends too much pressure. Oh, no way to place the eye is gonna cause him to top out. How unfortunate. Kuro takes another point too though. Oh, Cheese was in a very dangerous position. He's gonna miss, not gonna be able to spin in DZ, and Kuro takes another point, 3-0. No. Oh, that insane pressure from Kuro, so fast. Absolutely striding right now. 200 APM. Alright, 17 spike from Cheeseburger. Oh my. Oh, and Kuros can send enough pressure to Cheeseburger's top mount, and it's gonna be 4-0. Both players going for an SDPC here. Oh, Jesus managed mishops it. Cool is gonna send the C-spin and Jesus is topping out 5-0. Nice STSD from Cheese was breaks back to back after though. Cool mishops a lot and it manages to kill Cool. Ooh, Cheese was tried to be low grade there. Couldn't find it down second time and Pure takes now 0.6 to 1, expanding his lead. LST from Cheesebus. Kuro just trying to get down. Oh, I don't think it's down stack there for Cheesebus, and he's gonna top out again. 1-7. Same opener from both players. Oh, Kuro mishops the LST though. Nice 4 combo Tetris from Cheese. This is very tough. Oh, mishops the S piece and no downstack anymore for Cheese. Cruz takes a 1-8. Misdropped opener from Cheese Wiz. Manages to improvise it really well. Oh, whoa. Cheese Wiz misdrops the donor there. Finds the fix really fast. TST from Kuro. Needs to find pressure quick or Cheese Wiz will probably live this. Mishops the O, is that death? I think that kills him. Yeah, no downstack there sadly, and 1-9. Kuro almost is at match point already. Oh, misshot PCO by Cheesewiz. 15 spike. Cheese has a lot of clean now. Kuro trying to cancel all of this. Find some. Nice counter 4. Insane speed, by the way. Oh.
Back to the match. Cheese is currently setting up an LSD board state as Kovutsu is making some nice donations over there. Oh, TSS might have to break. Yep, does break. Cheese also breaks back to back. Kovutsu definitely trying to move more, but double TSS. Interesting. Cheese was having a little S-spin right there. The Rivet's board is the most ideal for back-to-back, it seems. Breaking it again. Ooh, tried to spin there, but I don't think that's a thing. But hey, you never know. Oh, Cheese was quite in a bit of trouble trying to burst pieces over there. This is now match point. Oh boy. Kotsu, both players going for TKI. Kotsu is going for LSD as Jesus went for the Imperial. The path that goes to Imperial Cross. Kotsu having a nice, was having a nice LSD board, but breaks it. So forcing a center LSD, it seems. Using T for it. Oh, Jesus is really close to that. Oh, that MD. But Jesus not giving up, but there it is. GG's. GG's to both players. And that wraps Stratosphere. That was... Dang.
Yeah, those are some really cool sets. I was definitely like, it was definitely really crazy seeing the bracket reset, tiebreaker bracket reset. That was really cool. But yeah, so thank you to everyone who helped, played, watched. Before we go though, I would like to do a little bit of just like promotions. Let me pull up the scenes. So we got Daybreak Week. You guys probably, if you're watching the stream, you most likely heard of it. But if not, or you need a refresher, we are doing this event for a week from Saturday, July 13th to Friday, July 19th, where each day will have a unique stream, which you can see here. More info in the Daybreak Info channel. Also... So, you might have seen at the very end of the Daybreak Week poster was Radiant 100. So this will be a major tournament with like badges, prize pool, all that.
Oh dang.
Yeah, 100 Radiants. That's a lot. That's
God.
Yeah. It's like 2 years of Radiance.
I still remember the first ever Radiant.
Oh my god.
I still remember the shenanigans I did. I was... oh gosh.
4 wide.
That 56 spike will stay in my...
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, it's weird to see how the improvements came. Like, 2 years ago, maybe... Like, if you see how we played before, and then not, compared to now, it's like day and night. That's like basically 2 years. It's been 2 years, guys. Oh, more than 2 years.
I mean, well, the first Stratosphere was on July 10th, 2022, so it's been nearly 2 years. Radiant was a little bit after that, so it hasn't been quite 2 years yet, but almost.
Almost.
But yeah.
Anniversary soon.
And then final thing is keychains. We are selling keychains. In fact, I have them like 5 feet away from me right now.
It's the hummingbird mascot. No way.
Yes, hummingbird mascot.
Let's go.
They are they're $10 each. If you want to buy them, let me put all the links in chat. Hold on. So Discord, join our Discord to see everything. What was it? Daybreak. It's Daybreak info, keychains. And then you can also see who has bought keychains. I'm not sure if that's a command, but I'll just like type that out real quick. So far, Yoru, Hellocat, and Star, like Call Me Star, have bought keychains. So they're super cool for doing that, and you could join them with your super cool keychain. All money from keychains goes to support Hummingbird Nest. And you can see everything we use like our like official HN money for. Wait, do I have a... Okay, oh my god. Sorry.
Oh,
I'll just type
Cloud,
that.
there's a rumor, right? There's a rumor.
Uh-huh.
If you wear the keychain, you will do 10% better in Stratosphere tournaments.
True. Tony spits facts. But yeah, if you want to see our finances.
Your hummingbird opener will be super effective.
So true.
You will be able to TST tower it all the time, guys.
So real. But yeah, that's it for my promotions. Let me see who I want to raid. I think I might raid Azura actually. Probably haven't like.
I didn't expect.
Yeah, she hasn't been around, like, hanging around Hummingbird Nest too much recently. Like, I probably haven't seen her, like, staff too much, but she has actually been helping with some stuff, like, behind the scenes. Especially with regards to our upcoming, like, stream graphics for, like, Radiant 100 and stuff. So, I'm really grateful for her help, and you guys should support her by checking out her stream. Alright. Any last words?
And we'll support the endeavor in, I think, the final push for X rank. Though the border is insane right now.
Bro, the inflation,
Actually,
like, inflation.
Clocking it at freaking 24,700.
It's like even above
it went up by
that.
like 100. It went
Yeah.
up by like
Yeah.
100 in like a week. It's actually mental.
Yeah.
Like, just a scale to you guys. I'm pretty sure 24,975 is top 50. Actually, wait, yep, it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, our area is that area is getting absolutely.
You'll get there, trust.
Well, see y'all. Bye.
And see you next time, guys.